Here's something that should concern every person watching this video right now. According to the latest CDC data, 1 in 3 seniors over the age of 65 has prediabetes or diabetes. But here's the truly frightening part. Nearly half of them have absolutely no idea their blood sugar is dangerously high. They're walking around right now thinking they're fine, while their bodies are silently suffering damage to their nerves, their eyes, their kidneys, and their heart. Maybe you've been feeling more tired than usual lately. Perhaps you've noticed your vision getting a bit blurry, especially when you're trying to read the newspaper or see the TV clearly. Or maybe you're making multiple trips to the bathroom at night, disrupting your sleep and leaving you exhausted the next day. You might be thinking it's just part of getting older, that it's normal. But I'm here to tell you something critical. It's not normal, and you don't have to live this way. Over the past 2 decades, I've worked with thousands of seniors who were told they'd need to be on medication for the rest of their lives to control their blood sugar. Many of them were spending hundreds of dollars every month on prescriptions, dealing with side effects, and still not seeing the results they desperately wanted. But here's what most doctors won't tell you, and what the pharmaceutical companies definitely don't want you to know. There's a better way. And it starts with what you put on your plate. Now, I'm not talking about some restrictive diet where you can never enjoy food again. I'm not asking you to give up everything you love or spend hours preparing complicated meals. What I'm about to share with you is much simpler and far more powerful. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal 5 specific food combinations that can start lowering your blood sugar within hours, not weeks or months. These aren't experimental treatments or expensive supplements. These are simple, affordable foods that you can find at any grocery store. And when you combine them in the right way, they create a synergistic effect that's honestly remarkable. I've seen these combinations help my patients reduce their fasting blood sugar by 20, 30, even 50 points within just a few weeks. I've watched people who were pre-diabetic completely reverse their condition. I've seen seniors who were taking multiple medications work with their doctors to reduce or even eliminate their prescriptions. And the best part? They did it by eating real food, not by starving themselves or following some impossible meal plan. Here's why you need to watch this entire video. Number 5 on my list is a breakfast combination that takes less than 5 minutes to prepare and costs under $2. But it can set your metabolic tone for the entire day, preventing those mid-morning energy crashes that leave you reaching for sugary snacks. Number 4 is perfect if you have a sweet tooth but need to keep your blood sugar stable. It satisfies cravings while actually lowering your glucose levels. But here's where it gets really interesting. Number 3 is probably sitting in your kitchen right now. You might even eat it regularly, but I guarantee you're eating it wrong. And that one simple mistake is causing your blood sugar to spike instead of stabilize. When you make the small adjustment I'm going to show you, this everyday food becomes one of the most powerful blood sugar regulators available. And when we get to number 1, I'm going to show you a combination that research has proven can reduce your post-meal blood sugar spike by 34%. 34%! That's the kind of result most medications promise but don't always deliver. And you can achieve it with 2 ingredients that cost less than $3 combined. So do yourself a favor right now. Get comfortable, maybe grab a pen and paper to take some notes, and commit to watching this entire video. What you're about to learn could genuinely change your life, help you regain your energy, protect your vision, and give you back the independence and vitality you thought you'd lost forever. Your next meal is an opportunity to start healing your body. Let me show you exactly how to make that happen. Before we dive into the solutions, you need to understand why blood sugar becomes such a serious problem after 60. Because once you understand what's happening inside your body, everything I'm about to share will make perfect sense. Think of your pancreas as an engine that's been running for 6 decades or more. Just like a car engine that's logged hundreds of thousands of miles, your pancreas starts to wear down. It simply doesn't produce insulin as efficiently as it did when you were younger. It's still working, but it's tired. It's producing less insulin, and the insulin it does produce isn't quite as potent as it used to be. This is completely normal aging, but it's also why blood sugar problems tend to show up in your 60s and 70s, even if you've never had issues before. But here's where it gets more complicated. Even if your pancreas was still producing plenty of insulin, there's a second problem happening simultaneously. Your cells, the ones that are supposed to absorb sugar from your bloodstream and use it for energy, they start becoming resistant to insulin. Imagine insulin as a key that unlocks the door to your cells, allowing sugar to enter. After years of use, those locks get rusty. The key still fits, but it doesn't turn as smoothly anymore. Your cells literally stop responding to insulin the way they should. This is called insulin resistance, and it's one of the main reasons why blood sugar creeps higher as we age. Now, add a third factor into the mix. Your metabolism naturally slows down as you get older. You're not moving as much, your muscle mass decreases, and your body just doesn't burn energy as quickly. What does this mean? The sugar you eat stays in your bloodstream longer. It's circulating through your body, causing damage, instead of being quickly absorbed and used for energy like it was when you were younger. Here's what most people don't realize about elevated blood sugar. Yes, diabetes is serious, but the real danger is what's happening to your body every single day that your blood sugar remains high. High blood sugar damages the tiny blood vessels in your eyes, which is why diabetes is the leading cause of blindness in adults. It damages the nerves in your feet and hands, causing that tingling, numbness, or burning pain that so many seniors experience. It increases your risk of falls because of that nerve damage and vision impairment. It slows down wound healing dramatically, turning a small cut or blister into a serious infection that takes weeks or months to heal. Every hour your blood sugar remains elevated, it's causing microdamage throughout your entire body. Now here's something critical that most people completely miss, and frankly, most doctors don't explain well either. We've been taught to think about foods individually. Oatmeal is good. Cinnamon is good. Walnuts are good. But your body doesn't experience foods in isolation. When you eat, you're eating combinations of foods, and those combinations interact with each other in powerful ways. This is called food synergy, and it's the secret that changes everything. A single food might have a modest effect on your blood sugar, but when you combine certain foods together, they work synergistically. The fiber in one food slows down the absorption of sugar. The healthy fat in another food delays gastric emptying, meaning food moves through your digestive system more slowly. The protein in a third food triggers hormones that improve insulin sensitivity. Together, these foods create an effect that's far greater than the sum of their parts. This is why every single meal matters. Every time you sit down to eat, you're making a choice. You're either combining foods in a way that stabilizes your blood sugar, reduces inflammation, and helps your body heal, or you're eating in a way that spikes your glucose, stresses your pancreas, and accelerates aging. There's no neutral ground here. But here's the good news, and this is why I'm so excited to share these 5 combinations with you. When you combine the right foods together, you create a powerful blood sugar lowering effect that starts working within hours. Now let me share these 5 powerful food combinations with you, ranked from good to absolute game changer. I'm going to score each one on 3 important factors: effectiveness for lowering blood sugar, cost because I know many of you are on fixed incomes, and ease of use because if it's complicated, you're not going to stick with it. Each factor gets a score out of 10, for a total possible score of 30 points. Let's start with number 5. Steel-cut oats combined with 6 to 8 walnuts and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oatmeal? Isn't that a carbohydrate? Won't that raise my blood sugar? And yes, oats do contain carbohydrates, but here's where the magic of food combining comes in. Steel-cut oats, not the instant kind, are packed with soluble fiber. This fiber forms a gel-like substance in your digestive system that dramatically slows down sugar absorption. Instead of getting a sharp spike in blood sugar, you get a gentle, gradual rise. Then you add the walnuts. Those healthy fats delay the glucose spike even further because fats slow down how quickly your stomach empties. And finally, the cinnamon. Multiple studies have shown that cinnamon can lower fasting blood sugar by 10 to 29%. It actually improves your cell's sensitivity to insulin, making that rusty lock I mentioned earlier work more smoothly. When you eat this combination for breakfast, you're setting your metabolic tone for the entire day. Your body learns to expect steady energy rather than the roller coaster of spikes and crashes. For effectiveness, I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. For cost, it's an 8 out of 10 because oats and cinnamon are incredibly affordable. And for ease of use, it's a 9 out of 10. You can make this in less than 10 minutes. That's a total score of 24 out of 30. One critical tip though, use Ceylon cinnamon, not cassia cinnamon. Ceylon is the true cinnamon, and it's safer for daily use, especially if you're taking blood thinners. Number 4 is plain Greek yogurt, unsweetened, combined with half a cup of mixed berries and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. This combination is absolutely perfect if you're someone who craves something sweet but needs to keep your blood sugar stable. The protein in Greek yogurt significantly slows down digestion. When protein hits your stomach, it triggers hormones that tell your body to take its time processing the food. The berries, and this is crucial, have a very low glycemic index. Unlike bananas or grapes that can spike your sugar, berries like blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries barely move the needle. And then you've got chia seeds, these tiny nutritional powerhouses. When chia seeds hit liquid, they expand and create this gel-like substance that literally traps sugar molecules, preventing rapid absorption. Research has shown that this protein and fiber combination can reduce post-meal blood sugar by up to 35%. Use this as a mid-morning snack or as a dessert replacement after dinner. For effectiveness, this gets a 7 out of 10. Cost is a 7 out of 10 because berries can be expensive, though frozen berries work just as well and cost much less. Ease of use is a perfect 10 out of 10. You literally just mix it in a bowl. That's 24 out of 30 total. Critical warning here: avoid flavored yogurts. Even the ones marketed as healthy can contain 15 to 20 grams of added sugar, which completely defeats the purpose. Now we're getting into the really powerful combinations. Number 3, and remember I said this is probably in your kitchen right now, is 2 eggs cooked any style you like, combined with half an avocado and 1 cup of sautéed spinach. Here's what makes this combination so effective. Eggs contain virtually 0 carbohydrates, which means 0 sugar spike. They're pure protein and healthy fat. The avocado adds more healthy fats that slow gastric emptying. Think of it like putting a speed bump in your digestive system. Everything moves more slowly, which means sugar enters your bloodstream gradually instead of all at once. And spinach, wonderful spinach, is loaded with magnesium. Most seniors are deficient in magnesium and don't even know it. Magnesium is absolutely critical for insulin function. It helps your cells respond to insulin more effectively. Studies have shown that eating a high-protein breakfast like this can reduce blood sugar spikes by 81% throughout the entire day. Not just at breakfast, but at lunch and dinner too. Your body maintains better glucose control for hours after eating this combination. Effectiveness gets an 8 out of 10. Cost is a 6 out of 10 because eggs and avocados can add up, though they're still far cheaper than medication. Ease of use is an 8 out of 10. This takes maybe 10 minutes to prepare. Total score, 22 out of 30. Bonus benefit. This combination keeps you feeling full for hours, which means you're not tempted to snack on crackers or cookies mid-morning. We're down to the top 2 now, and number 2 is 1 cup of cooked lentils combined with 1 tablespoon of olive oil and the juice of half a lemon. This is a Mediterranean diet staple, and there's a reason the Mediterranean populations have some of the lowest diabetes rates in the world. Lentils contain something called resistant starch. Unlike regular starch that breaks down into sugar, resistant starch doesn't digest in your small intestine. Instead, it travels to your colon, where it feeds beneficial gut bacteria. These bacteria then produce compounds that actually improve your body's blood sugar regulation. The olive oil provides polyphenols, powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that protect your blood vessels from the damage high blood sugar causes. And here's the brilliant part: the lemon juice. The acidity in lemon can slow down starch breakdown by 20 to 40%. It's like putting the brakes on sugar absorption. You can eat this as a simple lentil salad for lunch, or as a side dish at dinner. Effectiveness is a 9 out of 10. This is serious blood sugar control. Cost is a 9 out of 10 because lentils are one of the most affordable proteins on the planet. Ease of use is a 7 out of 10. You do need to cook the lentils, but you can make a big batch and keep it in the refrigerator for the week. Total score, 25 out of 30. And now, the number 1 most powerful combination for lowering blood sugar. 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in 8 ounces of water, combined with 10 to 12 almonds, consumed 15 minutes before your main meal. This isn't something you eat as a meal. This is a pre-meal strategy that changes everything that follows. The acetic acid in apple cider vinegar actually blocks some of the enzymes that digest starch. It creates what I call a second stomach effect, dramatically slowing gastric emptying. The almonds prime your insulin receptors, preparing your cells to handle the incoming glucose efficiently. Clinical studies on diabetic patients have proven this combination can reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by 34%. 34%! Use this before lunch or dinner, especially if you know you're going to eat something with carbohydrates.
Effectiveness is a perfect 10 out of 10. Cost is a 10 out of 10. A bottle of apple cider vinegar costs a few dollars and lasts weeks. Ease of use is a 9 out of 10. Total score is a 29 out of 30. I want you to note these critical tips. The vinegar must be diluted to protect your tooth enamel. Use organic apple cider vinegar with the mother, that cloudy substance at the bottom. And don't use this if you have gastroparesis, a condition where your stomach empties too slowly. There are your 5 combinations, ranked and scored. Let me now show you exactly how to put them into action. Now let me give you the exact action plan you need to put all of this into practice starting tomorrow morning. I'm going to walk you through a simple 7-day blood sugar reset plan that incorporates these 5 combinations in a way that's realistic and sustainable. You don't need to use all 5 combinations every single day. Instead, I'm going to show you how to strategically rotate them to get maximum benefit without feeling overwhelmed. Here's exactly how your day should look. When you wake up in the morning, between 7 and 8 o'clock, before you eat anything, drink 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in 8 ounces of water, along with 10 to 12 almonds. Set a timer for 15 minutes. I know this might feel strange at first, waiting to eat breakfast, but this 15-minute window is crucial. It gives the vinegar and almonds time to start working, preparing your digestive system for the food that's coming. After 15 minutes, eat your breakfast. You have 2 options here, and I want you to alternate between them to keep things interesting. Option 1 is 2 eggs, cooked any way you like, half an avocado sliced on the side, and 1 cup of spinach that you've quickly sautéed in a little olive oil or butter. Option 2 is steel-cut oatmeal, topped with 6 to 8 walnuts and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Some days you'll want something savory and filling. Other days you'll want something warm and comforting. Both options give you powerful blood sugar control. Around 10 o'clock in the morning, when most people start reaching for a cookie or a muffin or those dangerous vending machine snacks, you're going to have your Greek yogurt combination instead. Plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt with half a cup of mixed berries and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds stirred in. Let it sit for a few minutes so the chia seeds can start to gel. This snack is going to carry you through to lunch without any energy crashes or cravings. For lunch, between 12 and 1 o'clock, you're going to repeat that pre-meal routine. Apple cider vinegar water and almonds, wait 15 minutes, then eat your main meal. Your lunch should center around that lentil combination. 1 cup of cooked lentils, dressed with 1 tablespoon of olive oil and the juice of half a lemon. Add some lean protein like grilled chicken or fish if you want, and load up your plate with non-starchy vegetables. Leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower, bell peppers, whatever you enjoy. Dinner follows the same pattern. Between 6 and 7 in the evening, start with your apple cider vinegar water and almonds 15 minutes before eating. Then, focus your dinner plate on protein, vegetables, and healthy fats. Grilled salmon with roasted Brussels sprouts and a side salad dressed with olive oil. Chicken breast with steamed broccoli and half an avocado. A grass-fed burger without the bun, served over mixed greens. You're keeping carbohydrates low at dinner, which helps ensure your blood sugar stays stable through the night and you wake up with a good fasting number. Now, before you start this plan, we need to talk about some critical precautions, because these food combinations are powerful, and powerful means they have real effects on your body. If you're currently taking diabetes medication, whether it's metformin, glyburide, insulin, or any other blood sugar-lowering drug, you need to understand something important. These food combinations are going to lower your blood sugar. That's the goal. But if you're also taking medication that lowers blood sugar, you could end up going too low. This is called hypoglycemia, and it can be dangerous. You absolutely must talk to your doctor before starting this plan if you're on diabetes medication. Show them this video. Tell them what you want to do. They may need to adjust your medication dosages as you implement these combinations. I've had patients who were able to reduce or even eliminate their medications within weeks of eating this way,
but that was done under medical supervision with regular monitoring. Don't try to adjust your medications on your own. If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin or Coumadin, you need to limit your cinnamon intake to half a teaspoon instead of a full teaspoon. Cinnamon can have mild blood-thinning properties, and while this is generally beneficial, if you're already on anticoagulants, we need to be cautious. Again, talk to your doctor.
If you suffer from acid reflux or GERD, the apple cider vinegar might be problematic for you. You have two options. Either skip it entirely and just use the almonds before meals, or reduce the amount to half a tablespoon and see how you tolerate it. Some people with reflux actually find that apple cider vinegar helps, but others find it makes things worse. Listen to your body. Throughout this 7-day reset, I want you to monitor your blood sugar levels consistently. Check your fasting blood sugar first thing in the morning before you eat or drink anything except water. Write down that number. Then check your blood sugar 2 hours after each main meal. This 2-hour post-meal number is incredibly important because it shows you how your body is handling the food you ate. You should see those numbers start to come down within just a few days of following this plan. But don't just track the numbers on your glucose meter. Pay attention to how you feel. Track your energy levels throughout the day. Are you feeling more alert? Less foggy? Are you making it through the afternoon without needing a nap? Track your sleep quality. Many people find that stable blood sugar leads to deeper, more restful sleep. And track your cravings. This is a big one. After 3 to 4 days of eating these combinations, most people notice their sugar cravings dramatically decrease. That constant voice in your head telling you to eat something sweet starts to quiet down. Keep a simple journal or use the Notes app on your phone. Each day, jot down your fasting number, your post-meal numbers, and a few words about how you felt. This tracking serves two purposes. First, it keeps you accountable and motivated when you see the progress you're making. Second, it gives you concrete data to show your doctor at your next appointment. Now let me issue you a challenge that could truly transform your health over the next month. I am going to challenge you right now to commit to 30 days. 30 days of using these food combinations consistently and tracking your results. I know 30 days might sound like a long time, but here's the reality. You've probably been dealing with blood sugar issues for months or even years. 30 days is a small investment for results that could change the trajectory of your health for the rest of your life. Here's what I want you to do right now, before you click away from this video. Take out your glucose meter and check your blood sugar. Write down that number. Better yet, take a screenshot of your meter's display or write it on a piece of paper and take a photo of it. This is your baseline. This is where you're starting from. Then I want you to scroll down to the comments section and leave a comment telling me your starting number and which combination you're going to try first. Are you going to start with the oatmeal, walnuts, and cinnamon breakfast? Or are you going all in with the apple cider vinegar and almonds before every meal? When you leave that comment, you're doing something powerful. You're making a public commitment. You're putting it out there into the world that you're taking control of your health. And here's what's going to happen over the next 30 days. You're going to start seeing changes. Maybe not dramatic changes in the first few days, but by week 2, you're going to notice your energy is different. By week 3, those post-meal numbers on your glucose meter are going to be lower than they've been in months. By day 30, you're going to feel like a different person. And when you get to day 30, I want you to come back to this video. Check your blood sugar again, take another screenshot, and leave an update in the comments. Tell us what happened. Tell us which combination worked best for you. Tell us how much your numbers improved. Because when you share your success, you're not just celebrating your own achievement. You're inspiring someone else who's watching. Someone who's skeptical, someone who's thinking this won't work for them. Your story could be the motivation that changes someone else's life. Now, I've given you 5 powerful combinations today, but I know there are other blood sugar lowering food pairings out there. Maybe you've discovered something that works incredibly well for you. Maybe your grandmother taught you a combination that I didn't mention. If you have a favorite blood sugar lowering combo that I missed, share it in the comments below. Let's build a community of knowledge here. Let's help each other. The collective wisdom in the comments section of this video could end up being just as valuable as the video itself. I want to know which number on my countdown surprised you the most. Were you shocked that apple cider vinegar and almonds scored a 29 out of 30? Did you have no idea that lentils with olive oil and lemon could be so powerful for blood sugar control?
Or maybe you were surprised that eggs, avocado, and spinach could reduce blood sugar spikes by 81% throughout the entire day. Leave a comment and tell me which one made you sit up and pay attention. And here's something else I want you to do. Think about someone in your life right now who needs to see this video. Maybe it's your spouse who's been struggling with their diabetes medication. Maybe it's your sister who was just told she's pre-diabetic. Maybe it's your best friend who's always complaining about having no energy. Tag them in the comments. Share this video with them. Send them a text message with the link. You could literally be saving someone's life by sharing this information.
I want you to remember something really important as you move forward from here. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars a month on special foods or meal delivery services. You don't need the latest superfood powder or exotic berry extract that some company is trying to sell you. Everything I've shared with you today, you can find at your local grocery store for just a few dollars. This isn't about spending money. This is about spending your money wisely on real, whole foods that actually work. Every single time you sit down to eat, you have an opportunity to heal your body or harm it. Your next meal matters. Not the meal you ate yesterday that maybe wasn't the healthiest. Not the meal you're going to eat next week when you've had time to go shopping. Your very next meal is an opportunity to start this healing process. You could implement one of these combinations at dinner tonight. You could start tomorrow morning with that apple cider vinegar water and those almonds, followed by eggs, avocado, and spinach. The power to change is in your hands right now. Small changes create massive impact. You're not overhauling your entire life. You're not giving up every food you enjoy. You're simply being strategic about combining certain foods in ways that work with your body instead of against it. That's it. That's the secret. And these small, strategic changes compound over time. Lower blood sugar today means less inflammation tomorrow. Less inflammation this week means better insulin sensitivity next week. Better insulin sensitivity this month means lower medication needs next month. It all builds on itself. If you found this video helpful, if you learned something valuable today, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second, and it helps this video reach more people who desperately need this information. YouTube's algorithm will show this to more seniors who are struggling with blood sugar issues, and together, we can help thousands of people regain their health. And please, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. I post new videos every single week on topics that matter to seniors. Next week, I'm going to reveal the 3 worst foods that spike blood sugar after 60. Foods that are marketed as healthy, but are actually sabotaging your glucose control. You don't want to miss that. The notification bell ensures you'll see it as soon as it goes live. Your health is worth fighting for. You deserve to wake up with energy, to see clearly, to sleep through the night without multiple bathroom trips, to feel strong and independent. These food combinations can help you get there. Now go make it happen.